This is Gatejaw Bog, a wetland defined by extreme atmospheric flux. Within this root cavity, a Psyduck is born. Upon emergence, it instantly enters a state of unceasing neural tension. This is an endemic biosyndrome. Its psycho-organ perpetually generates surplus energy, resulting in a critical cranial pressure load. This awkward confusion is the somatic expression of chronic suffering. It floats aimlessly, the body attempting to re-establish chemical equilibrium by isolating sensory input from its environment. Even in its fragility, these headaches are the signature of a potent internal energy field. Unconscious psychic force manifests, causing subtle physical distortion. The brain's attempt to force a reset of its inner equilibrium. But this environment is hostile. Psyduck engages an emergency response known as Cloud 9, a psycho-defense mechanism to neutralize meteorological impacts. The abrupt shift in atmospheric pressure is the most catastrophic trigger. Pressure spikes the cranium, dramatically increasing the density of internal psycho-energy. Surplus energy begins to leak, warping the physical environment, bending the reed. The pain transcends discomfort. It becomes a direct threat to survival. Other Pokémon recognize the imminent danger. Uncontrolled psychic energy poses a lethal risk to the ecosystem. The agony reaches maximum threshold. This is no longer suffering, it is transmutation, a forced evolutionary contingency. Yet, in this vital moment, the neural signal shifts. It finds the quiet center within its own storm. Occurs from suppressed potential to a state of controlled life force, and a Golduck emerges. Its physique is robust, and the control gem on its forehead is activated, a vital bioenergy stabilizer. It no longer retreats, it directly confronts the atmospheric pressure flux. It commands the energy, deploying a psychic field, stabilized by the gem, to form an anti-storm shield. The vortex is successfully contained. Golduck achieves internal equilibrium against external forces, proving the dominance of will over biological conflict. The physical threat is neutralized. Exhaustion is evident from the high-intensity energy deployment, but the confusion is fully dissipated. Awe and acceptance from the swamp inhabitants. Golduck has secured the entire territory. Superior aquatic agility is engaged. Golduck now assumes the role of the guardian of Gatejaw Bog. From chronic suffering to ultimate control, Golduck is evidence that evolution can be an emergency contingency against survival pressure. Golduck has become a true guardian. Gatejaw Bog has returned to atmospheric stability.
In the Flower Valley, the Eevee family grows in harmony and boundless love. Each individual evolves one by one, possessing their own unique elemental powers. Talented siblings find their true selves through the power of primal elements. Elemental magic covers the valley, except for one lonely, unevolved heart. Among talented siblings, the youngest sister remains in her tiny, unevolved form. Innocent teasing unknowingly becomes a deep sadness within Eevee's sparkling eyes. Peace vanishes as an ancient shadow steps out from the deep forest. Tyrantrum, the dragon, tyrant, a destroyer who knows nothing of any mercy. Confident in their power, the siblings charge into battle to protect home. But before Dragon's might, all efforts become small and utterly hopeless. A tiny form stands up, shielding an entire large family from danger. Determination to protect family triggers a hidden power from deep within. Sylveon awakens the Fairy Saint, the ultimate nemesis of the Dragon Tyrant. The ascension of sincere affection creates a brilliant and dazzling miracle. The battle between mystical beauty and raw strength officially begins now. Dazzling gleam, a maximal light that blinds the arrogant and cruel predator. Hyper voice, powerful sound waves transmitting strength from the pixelite ability. Every vibration strikes directly at the soul of the now fearing enemy. Emotional connection allows it to perceive every weakness of the opponent. Moonblast, the final judgment delivered from the supreme power of fairies. Light repels the darkness, protecting the peace of the blooming meadows. The strongest had to bow before the ultimate power of pure love. The siblings now realize the true and precious value of their sister. Sylveon officially becomes the guardian and the saint of the Green Valley. Its beauty brings life and eternal hope to all living things here. After battle, the hero finds serenity within the arms of the Pride. The story of the ascension of kinship will be told for generations. A new era has begun under the divine protection of the saint. Its very presence is the healing medicine for all existing hatred. The fairy guardian, the preserver of the absolute balance of sacred nature.
This is the Rear Tail Peninsula, where Testudinidae aqua perform their primal reproductive ritual. Survival relies on thermal camouflage within the sand layer. Squirtle emerges. The juvenile shell is the basic adaptation for aquatic life. They require heat to activate their intrinsic hydrodynamic mechanism. Primal attack reflex tests the latent hydraulic projection system. Collaborative behavior generates threshold pressure, a defense strategy. Confidence leads them to venture into deeper territory. The dark zone is the domain of apex hyperpredators. That is Gyarados, a beast evolved from Fury, representing the ocean's aggressive nature. Pure physical impact shatters the huddle strategy. Multiple casualties, they rely entirely on passive shell defense. Gyarados advances. This is the critical moment for survival. Emotional shock and will trigger emergency transmutation, evolution. Accumulated energy undergoes biological restructuring. Wartortle emerges. The feathered tail is the new hydraulic stabilizer. Wartortle confronts the predator with resilient defensive strength. It deploys Shell Smash, turning its body into a hydrodynamic projectile. The tensile strength of the Wartortle shell is proven. It wins through strategic persistence, not brute force. Gyarados retreats. The energy cost of confrontation is too high. Brood survival is ensured. Biological responsibility is transferred. This protective behavior confirms the new role as guardian. It needs to recharge via extreme solar absorption. The harsh survival cycle. Sacrifice ensures species inheritance. Wartortle, the resilient guardian, must continue to evolve.
Possessing peerless strength, it chooses a life of peace and discipline. In the heart of the forest, an ancient gladiator enjoys a moment of stillness. But the forest never sleeps. A crimson rival has arrived to challenge. This gentleness is the ultimate signature of a truly powerful creature. This is no struggle for survival, but a sacred right among masters. Heracross must awaken the warrior instincts buried deep within its lineage. The speed of the wind clashes against the steadfastness of the mountains. Intense heat triggers a massive surge of primal, transformative energy. When limits are reached, the biological frame begins its forced overload. Mega Heracross, nature's ultimate heavy-lifting machine, is finally unleashed. Power enough to toss a fighter jet effortlessly into the clouds. Yet, this overwhelming force is never intended to end a brother's life. The duel concludes as both warriors touch the pinnacle of their potential. In the world of gladiators, respect is far more precious than victory. The price for divine power is the agonizing strain on every fiber. The reward after the trial is the sweet nectar of cosmic harmony. The balance of the woods is restored through a single, honest bout. The Red Wanderer departs, leaving the Blue Guardian in silent peace. It stands as an immovable fortress, guarding the sanctity of life. The instinct to protect remains stronger than the urge to destroy. True power resides not in the fist, but in the enduring spirit. Tomorrow, a new journey of strength will begin once again in the wild. In the Hisui prairies, where wind and fire weave the fabric of legends, fledgling strides are not yet strong enough to outrun the speed of the wind. From the high heavens, the ancient predator searches for a single flaw. A sudden strike shatters the peaceful atmosphere of the open prairie. The vulnerable one is snatched away from its family's protection in an instant. Survival instincts erupt fiercely within the heart of a young warrior. Absorbing the Firestone's essence, a grand ascension officially begins. In the darkness of despair, eternal energy waits to be awakened. Arcanine awakens, wielding the power of volcanoes and the speed of wind. Flamethrower, the fire of judgment, incinerates all who dare trespass. Extreme speed, divine swiftness turns the prairie into a dancer's stage. Flare Blitz, a reckless assault carrying the power of a solar eruption. Rock Slide, a rain of Firestone meteors pours down from the high peaks. Crunch, a bite that crushes the predator's final fragments of resistance. A world-shaking collision ends the brutal and relentless hunt. The victor stands tall, asserting the position of a true sovereign. A majestic roar that commands every surrounding creature to bow in respect. Loyalty and courage have restored the sacred and divine order. Beneath the majestic exterior lies a heart overflowing with compassion. Its speed can now rival even the fiercest and most wild winds. Arcanine, the eternal fire guardian, the great sentinel of the Hisui region, the arcane flame will burn forever, guarding peace for all living things. In the heart of Kanto, an endless cycle of energy consumption begins. A small organism with a metabolic demand 10 times its body size. Thick fur isn't just for warmth, it's a mobile biological reservoir. It eats to survive and prepares for a massive transformation. In nature, vulnerability always attracts the most ruthless predators. The protective instinct is the spark that triggers latent evolution. This bond generates a powerful frequency of biological energy. Cellular structures expand rapidly. A new giant is born. Snorlax, the embodiment of stillness and the immense weight of nature. Now, its heartbeat synchronizes with the pulse of the land. It is no longer an individual. It has become an ecosystem. Its gastric juices dissolve any toxin, turning waste into pure energy. But peace is always fragile before the wrath of nature. The aggressive wildfire is devouring everything in its path. Deep sleep becomes a deadly barrier in this desperate situation. A specific sound is the only key to waking the mountain. When the giant awakens, the very ground beneath it trembles. The massive frame becomes the world's most solid fortress. The thick fat ability turns its skin into a shield against hellfire. It doesn't fight fire with water, but with pressure and weight. Every roll is a sacrifice to protect what remains of the green. Heroes need no words. They only need to stand against the storm. Nature finally soothes the pain of its silent protectors. Mission complete. Energy must now be restored through deep slumber. Laziness is in fact a long accumulation for decisive moments. A new generation continues, carrying the instinct of kindness. Peace always has a price, and Snorlax is the one who pays. Even the laziest of gods carry a noble mission. In Ultima, the line between reality and myth is thin as mist. Latios and Latias, the invisible guardians of the sky. Latios can fly faster than the most advanced jet plane. Latias uses its glass-like down to refract light and disappear. The Soul Dew a treasure holding the soul and infinite power of the Eon line. Latias is sensitive to every emotional vibration in space. Sensing hostility, Latias immediately warns with a shrill cry. Latias is ready to protect Latias, despite its gentle nature. Sight sharing allows Latias to transmit images of the enemy. Luster Purge, a psychic strike that weakens the foe's defense. Mist Ball confuses the senses, hiding Soul Dew from evil. Shadow Power begins to overwhelm Latios' psychic barriers. Resonance between soul and treasure triggers the Mega process. Mega Latias and Mega Latios, the union of intellect and firepower. Mega Latias boosts its defense, withstanding all attacks. Mega Latios explodes with offensive power, becoming a heavy spear. Evil is repelled by the bond between Latios and Latias. When danger passes, Latios and Latias return to balance. Latias always protects Latias with deep affection. The human world remains unaware of Latios and Latias' battle. Latios and Latias understand humans, but choose to stay beyond fame. The Levitate ability grants Latios and Latias freedom of movement. Psychic resonance allows Latios and Latias to feel each other from afar. Guardians, Latios and Latias are always ready for their mission. Sight sharing is used by Latios to share beauty with Latios. The soul of Latios, Latias and Soul Dew are a single entity. Latios and Latias vanish as soon as a strange intrusion is sensed. The planet's peace is guarded by Latios and Latias. In Cherisific Valley, Charizard pride transcends all boundaries. Two young Charizard leave the pack to seek the ultimate challenge, the Grey Crags, a forbidden zone where ancient rulers hide. Hydreigon emerges, ready to eliminate the intruding Charizard. Garchomp rises from the abyss to complete the encirclement. When the brink of death nears, the Charizard Y bond explodes. Mega Charizard Y, the wind deity commanding the sky and light. The Drought ability activates, incinerating Hydreigon's darkness. Solar power is concentrated by Mega Charizard Y into a single strike. On the ground, a violent Charizardite X transformation occurs. Mega Charizard X, a true black dragon bearing lethal blue flames. Mega Charizard X bears dragon-type power and ultimate physical claws. Tough claws amplifying damage from Mega Charizard X in close quarters. Garchomp and Hydreigon are forced to yield to the Mega power. The battle ends, leaving a new definition of evolution. Both Charizard return not just as warriors, but as legends. Charizard's journey to becoming a true dragon has only just begun. Mega Charizard Y's Heatwave purges the Forbidden Zone. Garchomp struggles to end the battle on the ground. Hydreigon strikes multi-directionally to seal Mega Charizard Y. Mega Charizard Y's flight speed defies biological limits. Hydreigon does not yield its sky so easily. Mega Charizard Y borrows solar energy to reinforce itself. Mega Charizard X launches flare blitz with extreme heat. Hydreigon's dominance over the Grey Crags is shattered. Fatigue cannot hide the pride of the two Charizard. Every scar is a certificate of Charizard's ascension. Both Charizard return, bearing the prestige of conquerors. Recognition from the elder Charizard is the best reward. A new era for Cherisific Valley begins. In Johto, there is a creature that lives beyond all laws of time. Slowpoke's reaction remains a mystery to biologists worldwide. Neural lag forces even pain to wait in line to be felt. The tail, secreting sweet sap, serves as a perfect natural fishing rod. It often forgets it's fishing, even after the prey has struck. This species' evolution begins not from will, but from pure chance. Shelter's toxins stimulate the motor system, transforming it into Slowbro. Though still dopey, Slowbro's physical endurance has become formidable. Psychic power erupts when the mind is free from all earthly worries. In rare, exceptional cases, a king may be born. Toxins seep into the brain, awakening the supreme intellect of a monarch. Slowking leads the pride through superior prediction and reasoning. A natural challenge looms over these slow-moving creatures. Intellect is harnessed to protect life from the water's fury. Yet, this godlike power is merely a fragile, borrowed gift. When the link breaks, all wisdom dissolves back into the void. Life returns to its inherent, lazy rhythm once again. A single yawn can shift the heavens and the weather itself. The lazy sage call for rain has finally been answered. Time passes, but for Slowpoke, a day feels like a mere moment. A life without worry is the ultimate form of liberation. A new cycle begins, silent and without any hint of haste. Falling asleep in a rushing world is the privilege of the slow. In Petalburg Woods, time seems to stand still within every slow breath. Slackoff spends 20 hours a day sleeping, ignoring the turning world. 1 heartbeat per minute proves the most minimalist lifestyle in existence. 3 leaves a day suffice to maintain its silent, unmoving existence. This laziness is a test of patience for every annoying intruder. When the final limit breaks, suppressed energy will explode violently. Vigoroth rises, a frenzied entity unable to stand still for a second. Its heart beats frantically now, driving a path of pure destruction. Rage turns the slacker into an arrogant and brutal gladiator. Blind arrogance leads it to challenge the true rulers of the forest. The conceited one pays dearly when facing power beyond its reach. The shame of the defeated is the fuel for ultimate ascension. Slaking appears, a titan carrying utter contempt for all of existence. Slaking lies still, ignoring every attack like falling grains of dust. Laziness at this moment is the ultimate expression of true power. When the foe collapses from exhaustion, the king finally begins to act. Hammer arm, a strike ending all resistance in total and absolute humiliation. The victor needs no roar, only to lie down and enjoy. Lazy instincts return, but now carrying the prestige of a monarch. None dare wake the one who can destroy the entire forest. Laziness is contagious, creating a territory of absolute and profound silence. Sometimes swimming is the only way they move without getting tired. They are like phones forever stuck in ultra power saving mode. The dark night is when the giant's fighting instincts truly awaken. Immense power forces it to occasionally find a way to release. The cycle of slackness begins again under the warm morning sun. Laziness is not weakness, it is pure contempt for the enemy. The strongest is the one who needs to prove nothing more. The world turns. But the Slacker King remains forever unchanged. Slaking, the slumbering giant in the kingdom of absolute forgetfulness. Deep in the abyss exist entities forged in the very likeness of the cosmos. Their quartz hearts pulse to a mysterious rhythm from a distant, ancient galaxy. Void of mouths, they absorb raw energy through a specialized, permeable biological membrane. An apex predator emerges, sweeping the reef with a lethal bioelectric current. Survival instinct demands the Staryu extinguish its brilliant, luring internal core light. A single erratic pulse could transform this hidden scavenger into a desperate meal. Death approaches with the swiftness of a high-voltage current through the water. Pain is bypassed by nature's most ruthless and efficient biological defense mechanism. It discards a limb to preserve the vital, life-sustaining core at all costs. In the absolute darkness, the thin line between life and death fades away. Infinite regeneration renders the Staryu a creature of near-immortal biological resilience. A stroke of destiny leads the wounded survivor to an ancient energy source. Evolution is a process of transcendence, both agonizingly painful and profoundly majestic. The Waterstone awakens a genetic code locked away for millions of years. Starmie emerges, a perfect form converging the raw power of the deep sea. Its core has become a superior processor for concentrated psychic energy waves. The predator is unaware that the ocean's food chain has just been inverted. Psychic energy envelops the space, turning soft water into a razor-sharp weapon. Converging beams of light punish those who dare trespass against celestial power. Newfound power brings the heavy solitude of a king without a throne. It no longer belongs to the swarm, it has become part of the night. It descends toward pressures that would crush any ordinary form of life. From the abyss, it begins transmitting cryptic signals into the vast void. High above, the stars are responding to the call from the deep ocean. Each Starmie acts as a relay station for civilizations beyond our own. They observe this world through the lens of weary cosmic travelers. The mystery of their alien origin remains buried in the lightless depths. A star fell into the sea, and now it is finding its way home.